Apple Gift Card is a practical gift that unlocks a world of entertainment and fun. You can send it via email or give a physical card to your loved ones. Your friends and family can spend it on their favorite Apple services, including Apple subscriptions. Apple Gift Card can be used to buy all things Apple: products, accessories, apps, games, movies, TV shows, iCloud Plus, and more. Visit apple.com for details and to send Apple Gift Cards to your friends and family this holiday season.
Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. And in today's episode, I will be talking on pretty much my 1 year dealing with this pandemic, dealing with the virus, overall, like what has happened throughout this year, because definitely this past year, different. Very, very different. The pandemic started for me in March. I know it might have started for other people at later times, and they might have started taking it serious at later times. But I'm going to pretty much be giving you guys like March 2020 all the way to March 2021. It's not March yet. It's actually the last day in February. So, yeah, I'm recording this episode on February 28th. But by the time this episode comes out, it's going to probably be March something. So anyways, 1 year dealing with this pandemic. Has it been good to me? Yes and no. That's how I have to answer that. Yes and no, because I would have to say that I've had like a lot of ups throughout this pandemic, but there is like one down that just really set me back and still kind of like, gets to me mentally. But at the same time, like, I just don't want people to worry. I don't want people to be reaching out to me saying like, hey, Tyler, you good? Like, I'm fine. I'm chilling. Like, I just have my moments, my days where I just kind of get out of like, out of my mind, get in my feelings. And yeah, it ain't good. It's not good at all, man. I need to stop doing that. I'm getting tired of that. I'm like, bruh. I swear, I'm about to start acting crazy. I'm about to look in the mirror and be like, hey, bro, you better snap out of it because you got about 100 million videos to record. So you better get out of it and you better go start recording some videos. But so anyways, so I'm pretty much be giving y'all like the whole like play-by-play of what was going on throughout this pandemic and stuff. So anyways, March starts. And at that time, that's when the pandemic started. Like, we were already, like, talking about the pandemic in February. Or not the pandemic, but the virus. Like, dang, like, how serious is this? Like, is it, is this gonna blow over? And then cases had started, coming out here in Washington. So we're like, well, dang, bro. Like, then it was, like, just going all over the place. Then cases was popping up in Seattle. I think that where it really started at in Washington was this old folks home. So this old folks home got hit hard with COVID, and then after that, like a bunch of other places started getting hit hard with COVID. So that's when the lockdowns had started taking in place. Like, stores was locking down my job. I think my job overall shut down. I don't even think my job is there anymore. I think it might have gotten taken by another place. I don't know. I'll have to one of these days like check and see or ask somebody that lives out in Seattle that I know of that's been in the area like, hey, so like what's up there? I could ask my old manager like, hey, what's going on with Bon Appetit. That was the name of my old job. So but anyways, so yeah, March starts, pandemic, it's like, like it not even slowly, like it's like rapidly like taking its like, its course and things. Like it's overall like places like I said was starting to shut down. And I remember the first like week I think of March, that's when because I remember they only had me work like one day at my job. So I worked that one day, and at that point, I seen it as an opportunity because I thought we were going to come back. I thought this stuff was going to blow over. I've never been in the middle of a pandemic before, So I'm like, I thought this stuff was going to blow over. But yeah, second week rolls around, and then third, fourth, fifth, and next thing you know, months done pass by, and then here it is a whole year later, and we still talking on like COVID safeties and things. I'm like, yeah, bro, this stuff ain't blowing over no time soon. Maybe it will, maybe it won't, I don't know. But anyways, so first week they had me work like one day. Second week, I thought I was going to work multiple days. I thought I was going to work, I think it was 2 days or something like that. But I didn't. They had ended up like shutting the place down, or closing the place down, because they was like, yo, this pandemic is getting out of hand. So I was the last cashier to like work at my location. And yeah, my friend Jack and Megan, they were also cashiers. Jack was the supervisor cashier. Me and Megan, we were just like regular cashiers. But they had it like planned. So I remember the first week they had it planned that I was gonna work one day, and then Megan was gonna work 2 days, and then Jack was gonna work 2 days, and I think it was gonna rotate where I worked 2 days, and then Megan worked 2 days, and then Jack worked one day, and then Megan was gonna work her one day, and then me and Jack was gonna. So I think that was the plan at first, but the place ended up closing down, so the plan was gone. Like, we plan B, okay? So now we just got to start focusing on ourselves. Jack, he's in the band, and then of course I do YouTube. I need to ask Megan, what does she do? I feel like, I don't know. Allegedly she does something. I don't know what she does, but I think she ended up finding a job though. No, like I think I seen she posted online that she was working at some place, or she got a job somewhere. So but yeah, Jack, he has like a side job, and then me, I was like, I'm gonna use this time and opportunity to just really go at it with YouTube. So to explain to y'all like how I've been going at it with YouTube, days and nights, no sleep. Like, I stayed up last night maybe almost till 4 a.m. Working on videos. And then of course, like tonight, I'm gonna do the same thing, stay up till a long period of time just working on videos and stuff. And overall, just doing what I've been doing. But that's like a whole year of that. And I would have to say, like, it has been helpful. Like, YouTube has really been going good for me this past year. And if I can like do this again, but like for this year, like, oh yeah, bro, YouTube is really gonna go. YouTube is gonna really be going good for me. So that's why I'm like, I'm not gonna give up on YouTube no time soon. All I just know is that I gotta just keep going at it over and over and over again. So I have been killing it with YouTube. Everybody else found their real jobs, because YouTube isn't considered a real job. So, but anyway, so first week I killed it with with YouTube. But then that's why I wanted to talk on a little bit, like, what was the one thing that really got to me throughout this pandemic. And you would think maybe it was the forest fires, because I'm definitely going to talk on that. I'm going to talk on the whole year, bro. The whole year. You would think it would be like the forest fires and how red the sky had got, or the pandemic, or YouTube, or something. Like, you would think that there would be something impactful that happened to me throughout this pandemic. It was honestly getting my heart broken. That's what happened to me that really just, it slowed me down for a little bit, but it also made me a stronger person. So I can't be mad at the person, the girl that, had me heartbroken listening to sad music. Bro, I was out here crying on freaking Little Uzi Vert. Like, that's I'm like, back then I wouldn't be able to like laugh and talk on stuff like that. But what song was it? I think it was his song off of his last album, I'm Sorry. And oh my god, I remember I was listening to that song. So here's what happened. All right, I'm gonna pretty much give y'all the whole spill by spill, play by play on the day where I just broke down. So it was actually a couple of days where I just, I broke down and stuff. And I hope I never ever have to deal with this again in my life. But anyways, so first day, so the girl that and I know people will probably like ask me, do I still have feelings for her? It's like they're there, but they're like fading away, because it's one of those things where I'm like, I'm in that mindset where I'm like, I can't have like those type of feelings towards a person that had me in a hurt spot. Like, and that's the thing where I'm like, maybe it's just me being too much of a nice person, but I don't want to like put the blame on her. Like, I will have to like blame myself. Like, I just gotta like choose who I put all like my feelings towards and stuff. But at the same time, I'm like, I'm in that mindset where I'm like, I'm not going to be not mean, but just distant. Like, this is somebody that I am still friends with and stuff. So I'm like, I'm not going to, act distant towards them, because there might be a time where they need me. And I'm like, okay, I'm at a point in time in my life where I'm old enough to act mature. And, like, if they need my help, like, hey, I got you and stuff. But anyways, so I remember it was like a Thursday. I remember I woke up happy. I'm like, man, I'm killing it with YouTube. Everything's just going good. And so I'm like, man, I'm recording all these. So I was getting ready to go downstairs, have me something to eat, right? I remember I made like these like biscuit and egg sandwiches, like them like prepackaged ones. Gordon Ramsay's gonna be so upset by me saying that. But anyways, so I had one of them like prepackaged like, sandwiches, and getting ready to eat them. That's when I got a text message from her, and she was telling me, like, long story short, like she was seeing a guy. Broke me down. Oh my god, like I get chills like talking on it, because I'm like, dang, man. Like when I go back and think on that time, like I really wish I can like travel back and give myself a hug. Like, dang, bro, you need it. That's all that I really wanted too. I was like, dang, can I just have a hug from somebody? I'm like, I am out here hurting and stuff. But so anyways, I should charge up my headphones. I keep forgetting, because I'm like, I know I plan on listening to some music tonight. So but anyways, I figured since I'll charge up my headphones and then talk for a little bit on the pandemic and things, I'm thinking if I should just talk about this all like in one episode, or do like a two. I think I'm gonna just do that. I haven't done a long episode in a while, so I'm gonna try to make this a long episode. So, but anyways, so that happened. She ends up telling me that she was seeing a guy, broke me down. I couldn't even think straight. I couldn't even eat. Like, that was the crazy part about it. I could not eat. Like, I was out here, like, eating, like, just top ramen. And it's crazy because, like, I noticed that I had lost weight. Like, I lost, like, 10 pounds doing that. And so I told myself, like, I have to eat because I know that this isn't healthy and stuff. Like, letting, like, that's something that's never happened to me before. Like, I remember that this, like, back in high school, I had my heart broken by another girl. And I was able to eat, like, shoot, I would freaking get me a Happy Meal at McDonald's, no problem. Get me a 10-piece nugget, some fries, like, root beer. I was set. I was straight. But this time around, like, I don't know, I guess maybe because, like, second time, like, it's going to be a little bit more hurtful because, you had that process of, like, rebuilding yourself, making yourself a better person just to be broken down again. Yeah, it was, like, it was something where I'm like, dang, bro. Like, why? Like, God, please, like, no more, man. Like, I know that there's like, that's like a thing where it's like God will put people in your life, like, to, like, to make you a better and stronger person. I'm like, I can't do that no more. Please, God, like, just please, next girl that comes into my life, let that be the girl that I marry, spend the rest of my life with, have kids. Like, I'm saying, like, that's all I want, all right? That's all I wanted. So, but anyways, so yeah, that goes down, and then I remember the very next week. So I worked like my last day at the job, but I just remember I was super quiet, and I don't know if like any of the coworkers have noticed had noticed that, but usually I'm like running around cracking jokes, even if like my go-to like friends ain't there. Like my go-to friend that's always working with me is Jack. So I'm like, he probably would have like noticed that something would have been wrong with me, or I would have had to use every bit of strength in me to just overall be normal. But since I had like literally nobody to really talk to, I didn't, I was cool with the employees there, but I just wanted to be alone that day. I seriously did. I just wanted to pull up a chair and just, have my rain cloud going over my head, and then just, sitting there just being sad and stuff. But no, I remember, then it was that day, I remember I texted that girl, like, letting her know how I felt. It didn't help. Like, it honestly, I think that it just, it just made the situation worse. And so, yeah, because I remember it didn't really do much. And then once I think I was like, I got home and I just laid in bed. I laid in bed for like maybe a few days. Not even that, like probably maybe a couple of weeks, maybe. I don't know. I know I was like just laying around being slow and sluggish for like a while. And so I remember later on that night, same day where I like text her and let her know how I felt. Later on that night, broke down in tears. Broke down in tears, is playing video games, crying my eyes out, reaching out to friends, because I really didn't know where my mind was at. And I didn't really know where my mind was going to take me. And I was like, bruh, like, I can't like be in this state. Like, I have to talk to somebody. I remember the first time this happened, I just shut down everybody and was like, no, I don't want to talk on this, because I was embarrassed. Like, that's something where it's like, you don't really just go out and just tell people and things. And so I felt embarrassed, and I even kind of felt embarrassed this second time around. So Anyways, but yeah, I have some friends that they reached out to me and they was overall like checking and seeing if I was okay. When in reality I wasn't. Like I know some friends was asking me was I gonna be good. I know I just said yeah, just overall like just because I didn't really want to talk on the situation. Like I wanted to talk to people, but at the same time I didn't want to talk to people. The only reason why I wanted to talk to people was to just overall like stop with the crying, stop being sad. Like hopefully I hear or somebody says something to me that's like meaningful. Like it's going to just overall like stop me from being in a like. And it's crazy because it was one of my friends like I remember like she had called me to overall check up on me and see if I was good because I tell you guys right now, like I'm talking about this, I'm smiling, I'm laughing. A year ago, none of that. None of that. I would not be able to talk on this situation without crying my eyes out. And there's two episodes. There's two podcast episodes. If y'all want to go and do the digging and stuff to find them, there's two episodes where I did talk on the situation. And yeah, overall broke down in tears and started crying. I was like, and I think I remember I did like a video talking on the situation, but I deleted the video because I was like, I was embarrassed by that, and I'm like, I didn't really want a video of me crying on YouTube to be uploaded and stuff. So, yep, took the video down. Overall was just, I was like, I can't be in that state of mind anymore. I have to overall like be better and stuff. Like I gotta be a lot better than that. So, anyways, so eventually like the situation just kind of died off and I started feeling a little bit better, but was still sad about it. Even I still kind of get like a bad like taste in my mouth about the situation. Like I still think like, dang man, I wish something could have happened, because I'm like, that's the thing where I'm like, I always try to like prove myself to be like a good person and stuff. So that's like definitely one thing where I'm like, I feel like if I have like somebody there to overall like push me to be a better person, I feel like that the amount of stuff that I did last year would have been doubled, and if not doubled, tripled. Like more so just with my worth ethic, because I'm like, okay, I got something to work for now, so I'm like, I gotta like I gotta continue on like going at it. But that's the thing though, I was like, I can't put all of like my worth ethic on one person. Like I can't be like, oh, okay, like if this person's in my life, then that's when I gotta work. Like no, I gotta like do this for me. So that's why I had to like the motivation I guess I can tell people out there, it's like, don't do like do things for like people that you care for, do things for people in your circle, but make sure the main source of it all, like like make sure like that bolt of lightning is like it's coming from you. So overall saying like, make sure that you're doing things for yourself before you do things for other people. Like, make sure that you're the number one priority in life before you start focusing on other people. But I mean, if you want to be a selfless person, which I am, I would have to say like I'm selfless, but I still try to like do things for myself here and there. But it's something where I'm like, I don't really care. Like, I'm still going to do things for other people and stuff. But and even with that girl, I was like, I still plan on like helping her out in life and things with whatever she wants help on. So I'm like, it's something where I'm like, I kind of got like a personality where it's, it's like one of those dogs where it's like you can literally abandon this dog, but if one day it just appeared in your mind to like love that dog again, I'm that dog where I'm like, you know what? Nah, this person, they changed, they cool. So yeah, I got like a dog personality. If I feel like that's like an insult to myself, but I mean that's how I am. I can't really argue with that and things, but that's one thing that one of my friends did tell me not too long ago, that I have abandonment issues, and I'm like, hey, you know what? You're not lying on that, because I'm like, I could talk about some things about that. So yeah, it makes sense. It really does make sense. I guess maybe if I didn't have that growing up as a kid, like I probably wouldn't have like taken the two situations where I had my heart broken so hard, because I'm like, dang, bro. I'm like, this is what it. I honestly, to talk on that situation, to just say like my last few final things about it, I hope and pray that none of you guys, anybody that's listening to this, whether you're a fan of me or not, friend, family, I don't know, I don't know who's listening to this. I pray and hope that you never have to deal with that. Like, I pray and hope that y'all never have to, cry. I mean, it's like, of course people are there's gonna be things that make you sad. There's gonna be things that, feels like it's taking you out of this world. Cause I honestly did feel like I was leaving. I felt it. I felt it. It just felt like I was slowly like leaving this world. Like who I overall was like, and that's what I was thinking. I was like, I'm not in the right mindset to like make YouTube videos and be a YouTuber and stuff. Like I can't, turn around. And I'm trying to think. I don't even think I had really worked on any videos. I think I was uploading like maybe like one video. I think I recorded a crap ton of videos, but I think I took like maybe a 2-day break, and then after that I got right back into the swing of things. I did like, I started off slow. I started recording podcast episodes. And then I went into recording videos, and then I was just like, I was feeling fine. I was like, okay, let's get right back into this. And so I was like, all right, I just had to just take like a little minor pause, but I'm like, hey, I'm good now. All right. So to anybody that's all like want to reach out, give me advice and all that, I'm like, hey, yo, look, I'm good. Okay. I heard what I need to hear, and I'm fine. So I'm like, at the end of the day, what matters is to just overall, like, push this YouTube thing into as far as I can get it and stuff, or until a point in time where I just feel safe. All right. So anyways, now that we're done with that, the whole TMossBoss failed love story take 2. So after that, I really just started going at it with YouTube. I was recording videos, like I was staying up, because I have to say I really wasn't staying up in the middle of the night, but I was like, recording videos throughout the day and stuff. But then it got to the point where I was like, I started staying up like in the middle of the night and was recording videos and things. And then it just got to a point where I'm pulling all-nighters and stuff, working on videos left and right. And so, it was dope, like honestly, to be in that, like, in that position again, to just really focus on, and even now, like being in this position again to really just focus on YouTube and kill it. I'm like, hey, yo, I love this feeling. I love the feeling where I'm like, okay, I can just continue doing this and stuff. So anyways, so then summer rolls around, and then that's when these forest fires had started. Oh my goodness, man. So on top of this pandemic, you got the sky looking so crazy and scary. I wish I would have taken a picture of how like my outside area had looked, because there was a time where I had took some, I think they put up some houses there. Yeah, I think they put up some houses there. So I'm like, I think the last time I remember it snowed, it wasn't because I was like, I wanted to like do like or not a video, but a photo, like a side-by-side comparison thing, to show y'all how it looked the last time it snowed versus like how it looked with these forest fires. Because I'm like, oh my god. So I live in Washington State, and bro, these forest fires, oh my god, I was like, what is going on right now? Like, this ain't normal. This is not normal at all. What is this? What is going on with the sky right now? Why does the sky look like a bunch of vampires and death creatures is about to kill us? Like, this ain't normal. So yeah, the forest fires was like, had really just put a damper on things, because at that point I couldn't even go outside. So that's one thing that I've been doing throughout this pandemic is exercising. I got like a bunch of like workout gear. Been going out for walks. What else? Like, I've been doing a lot. Been really just going at it. And then with them forest fires, I was like, I couldn't even. So I had to I was like housebound. I couldn't even go outside. And I'm like, okay, this is the point where I'm about to start flipping out, because I'm like, I gotta go outside. I gotta do something. I don't care what I do, but I gotta do something. So, anyways, eventually it did clear up. So I'm like, thank God I can go outside and go for walks again. So I'm like, because man, this stuff, I can't deal with this, bro. So anyways, then that went down. Oh, and then freaking my best friend Priscilla, she created a YouTube channel. So I'm like, let me talk on that. So let me just talk on the day when I found out of that. So I was out, and me and her, I remember we were just randomly just texting. I don't know if we were, I can't remember what we were originally talking about. But, I think because I think I had told her, because I was like, I told her a while ago, I think because my uncle was sick. And so everybody thought that he had COVID, and we're all like, dang, man. I was like, nah. I'm like, please, like, don't do this to me. I'm like, hey, yo, just let it wear it. But it turned out it was like food poisoning or something, which isn't good. I'm like, I've had food poisoning before. It ain't fun. Don't go to Red Lobsters, all right? Just don't eat nothing at Red Lobsters. I had food poisoning twice from that place, but no, since then I've been to Red Lobsters a handful of times. I'm like, I hadn't got sick any other time, but I was like, I'm waiting. I'm like, I still got trust issues with Red Lobsters. But anyways, but I remember we were texting and she asked me about that. I was just like, oh, he cool and all. And then we got to talking about some other random stuff. And then that's when I think she was like, she was waiting to see, because if she would have been like in the area and told me that, like if we had been like, side by side or somewhere, she had told me like, oh yeah, I created, or me and my siblings created a YouTube channel. I'm like, man, stop playing with me like that. I'm like, look, I don't like when people play jokes on me where it's like it makes me happy, but then that happiness is just snatched away from me. I'm like, hey yo, don't do that to me. I'm like, all right, just they're like, oh cool. I'm like, when we gonna make videos? But no, then I seen the channel and I'm like, okay, so if this is a prank, I'm like, this is a weird prank, because I'm like, they went through the whole like process of creating a channel, a name, a banner, then uploading their first video, and then the video on top of that being good. So I'm like, hey yo, this might be real. I was like, this might be real. So she had she overall was like, she sent me it. And then I think at the point in time they were like kind of nervous and stuff. And so they didn't want me to react to it right away, because I was like, hey yo, I'm about to react to this video when I get home, because I'm like, I got to see this. All right, I got to capture my reaction to this and things. But no, so I didn't react to it, because they told me not to. So I'm like, okay, I respect for you guys, but I'm just saying, like, when it's cool to, like, react to the videos, any videos that y'all upload, I'm going to react to it. And there's times where they react or post their videos that was maybe like a few seconds long. I think there might have been like one video I think that was like a few seconds long, just to overall like tell the fans like what was going on, because I think they ran into some issues, and so I'm like, oh okay, but I'll still leave a like and a comment and stuff. So, but anyways, so yeah, that went down, and I'm like, hey yo, that's one thing where I'm like, yo, this pandemic needs to hurry up and end, because I want to record videos. Like, I mean, we have done videos. We've done like, because there's still some Force or Among Us videos that I need to upload that me and Forsos did with each other. And then they also did, and that's one thing where I'm like to talk on is my birthday. So my birthday is in the middle of the summer, right? My birthday is August 10th. So every year for my birthday, I like to go out and do stuff. I like to go out, shop around, buy me some sneakers, do some things. And so I remember, I think it was the year prior, I remember I got me a couple of pairs of shoes. I think I did get some other things like all throughout that week. Couldn't really do that this past birthday, because places was closed. And then I ain't really trust like the whole. So I think I did go out, get me like one pair of shoes, and then that was it. Like that's all I got. I went and did that, and then got me some Krispy Kremes, and so that was on my actual like birthday. But before my birthday, so to give y'all like a backstory to eventually have it lead up to the main story. So I had got a laptop. And the laptop wasn't really like optimized for the stuff that I wanted to do, so I stopped using it. Had to spend an additional $1,600 on top of the $1,200 that I had just spent for a laptop. So I had to spend $1,600 for another laptop, and I'm like, bro, please, no more. I'm like, I just want to use this one laptop and call it a day. So, anyways, Four Souls, they contacted me, or it might have been, I can't remember if it was Zach or Priscilla, but either way, one of them had contacted me and was overall talking on how they were having like issues with their computer. And so I'm like, hey, I got like this spare computer that I'm not gonna use it. So I'm like, if you guys want to use it, I'm like, hey yo, like it's yours. And so they were trying to like pay me for it. And that's the thing, like, if you guys have heard me like talk on Four Souls, I always refer to them like one of their like nicknames that I gave them is my second family. I'm not going to have like my immediate family, like, I mean, we ain't blood related, we're just really good friends, But at the end of the day, I'm like, hey, yo, if you guys is like serious about this, like about, and they did, like they were producing content, they were still doing their thing. They can't really do it right now because they, they got like businesses and things that they're working on the side. So it's like they can't really, do any of that stuff right now. But I was like, hey, yo, like, if y'all need it, like, the laptop is here for you guys. I'm like, I'm already using another laptop, so I'm like, this laptop's just gonna sit around and collect dust. I don't want it to do that. So I'm like, hey, yo, if you guys need it, it's yours. So I gave them the laptop. And so this is what so if you guys watch the video, I'm about to, that's what I should do. I should like recreate it, what they were doing and stuff, because I'm like, so in the video, so if you go to their channel and watch this video called the Happy Birthday video, they had overall, like, they had, was like getting me my birthday gift. So they bought me if you watch my main videos on my main channel, then you notice that gaming chair that I'm sitting in. They got me that plus like 70 something Red Bulls. So I'm like, hey, yo, like, the fact that you guys like went out of your way to like do something for my birthday and stuff, especially during this pandemic, I'm like, hey, yo, like, I appreciate that. Like, nah, that's like nothing but love towards them guys, because I'm like, yo, I honestly thought that I was just gonna have like like, I was gonna do like the best I could to like celebrate my birthday, but I mean, there wasn't really a whole lot that I could do. Like, I couldn't go out to eat, movie theaters was closed, the majority of the stores I wanted to go to were closed. There was like very few places that was open and stuff, so I'm like, I couldn't really do nothing. So the fact that they, went out of their way to do something for my birthday, and the funny thing about it was that it wasn't even like, oh, well, let's do something for him because he's giving us this laptop. No, if you watch the video, they said that they already had the chair planned before I had gave them the laptop. So it wasn't like, oh, well, like, let's do an exchange. Like, no, these guys had this stuff already planned. So I'm like, wow, like, I'm like, thank you. I'm like, so the exchange was, because it was funny, because they felt bad just for taking the laptop and then me not getting anything in return. I'm like, videos, that's what I'm getting in return. I should have maybe said that to them. I'm like, but yeah, that's what I'm getting in return. You guys just making content. Like, my thing is that when it's people that I care for, if I'm giving you something, I don't want nothing in return. I don't expect nothing in return. The only thing that I want from you is just pure happiness. That's it. That's all that I want. Just you being happy. That's all that I care about. That's all that I care for. So, let me just tell y'all just my point of view of the whole situation. So, they pull up in front of my house, all right? As you can see in the video, they pulled up in front of my house. I walk outside. I give them the laptop. Done deal, all right? So then I started thinking, that's when I saw, like, I had got back in the house, because I was just happy to see those guys. I forgot all about the Red Bulls. So I was just like, I handed them the laptop. That's one thing that I realized that I did. I was like, I didn't even stand out there and talk with them for that long. And I was like, dang, I just pretty much just like handed it to them and then just walked away. And I was like, what was that? Like, if I could go back in time, I'd just be like, no, what was that? No, you turn back around and you ask them how their day is going. You ask each and every one of them how's their day going. You ask them if they need gas. Is this you hear them like you just have a conversation with them, all right? But so anyways, I hand them the laptop. I go back in the house. And then as I'm like getting ready to go upstairs, I start hearing like a bunch of like noises by my door. So I'm like, what are they doing out there? And so I start hearing laughing and yelling. And then somebody said, like, be quiet before he hears us. So then that's when I looked outside. I see Zach. He's carrying this big giant box up to my front door. And then I see them guys, like, I can't remember who had the bow, but one of those guys had the bow, and then they had Red Bulls. So I open up the door. I'm like, what is this? I'm like, what is going on here? So I'm like, that's when it like dawned to me. They were just like, they were doing this for my birthday. And I'm like, man, like, you guys don't understand like how much that means to me, because I thought I was just going to have like a boring birthday and stuff. So I was like, hey, yo, I mean, I was being humble about the situation. I'm like, hey, yo, I'm turning 24. I'm gonna make the best of it. I'm gonna do what I would love doing, and that's just overall making some videos, working on myself, making content and stuff. So I'm like, I'm gonna do the best that I can with it and things. And so anyways, but yeah, they did that. I thought that was so cool that they did that and things. And so, anyways, from that, then it was like, I think, yeah, then it was like later. That's when it like hit me. I'm like, hey, yo, they just gave me something that I gotta build. And so I'm like, dang, man, because I'm like, I was like, building. I think I had just built the table. It's funny because I was like, I remember I looked up gaming chairs not too long prior before that. It'd been funny if I had bought me a gaming chair and been like, hey, yo, I bought me a gaming chair like 2 weeks ago, guys. Like, I mean, I appreciate. I still would have used it. Like that's the funny thing about it. I'm like, I'm not just gonna be like, oh, I mean, if they wanted to use it, they very well could have used it. But I just been like, oh, I bought me one, and then just been like, this is the part where it's all like, do y'all need it more? Or do you want me to have it? Because I'm like, hey, yo, I'll find something to do with it and things. Freaking just have them like have one in on one side of my room and the other one on the other side. I did something with them chairs, all right. So but anyways, but then yeah, then I was all like freaking a Red Bull addict for like what maybe 2-3 weeks. I'm like, shout out to them guys for that. That's like the one thing I'm like, even though they got me the chair, I was like, hey yo, like they got me they got me like 6 things of Red Bulls, and I'm like, I didn't have to go. I didn't have to go. I was like, bro, I'm set. Like I'm like, all I need in life is Red Bull. So I'm like, I'm set. I got me a dope gaming chair, and I'm like, and I got me a freaking a lifetime supply of Red Bull. So I'm like, hey yo, I'm good. So, but anyways, and then after that, it just seemed like everything was pretty. Oh, so then me and Four Souls, we were going to actually do some videos, and we were gonna go to this. So they uploaded. They still went through with it. They went to these like haunted like hotels. So I was supposed to go with them, and then the pandemic it started getting a little bit more crazier because I had to say it did kind of like slow down for a little bit, and then once when it started getting a little bit colder outside, it was weird. But it was like maybe November. I think it was like maybe like October or November when they did that. I think no, I think it was October when they did that haunted house stuff, since it was like for Halloween and things. But yeah, they had they invited me. We had plans, and then they was like, oh yeah, it's because of this pandemic, we can't really be doing this. And so I'm like, dang, I'm like, I really wanted to see some crazy stuff and then get scared and potentially tell them guys, hey, look, I just want to go home. I wanted them to see like the true scary side to me. Like, this is what happens when you put me in these situations. But no, I'm a man about it. I'm not scared. I'm not. What are you talking about? I ain't afraid of no ghosts. And immediately would have been crying my eyes out. And I've been like, hey, yo, look, if something happens, I'm coming in the room with y'all and I'm sleeping. I'm like, I don't care if I'm like where I'm like, y'all, we just gonna be all just sleeping together. Because I'm like, I ain't being in no room by myself. And then something goes, bed done flipped over and then the ghost done pantsed me. I'm like, no, bro, I ain't dealing with all of that. So. But anyways, but yeah, then I was like, so the pandemic did kind of get a little bit crazier. Cases did spike a little bit, and so I really couldn't even like hang out with Four Souls. Like I think yeah, because we had plans to hang out, and then we couldn't even hang out. So man, I'm like, last time I actually did see them was on my birthday, and so I'm like, dang man, that's like the one like that's like another bad thing about the pandemic. I'm like, I haven't really been able to see like any of my friends or people that I had worked with or nobody. So I'm like, bruh, it's crazy. But what else? Oh yeah, I cut all my hair off. So I know like that probably the last time people had seen me, I had a fade. I no longer have a fade. I just got like a weird LeBron James like cut going on. So yeah, that's what I got going on. Freaking yeah, I'm like, I'm thinking about just going bald, honestly. I'm like, hey yo, it's about that time I think where I just Tupac, he was bald at 24, so I'm like, I could be bald at 24 if I feel like it and things. But anyways, but yeah, this pandemic, and then what else? Christmas, what went down during Christmas? Nothing really didn't go down during Christmas. Christmas was pretty chill. Yeah, I was like, I just overall like just spent time with the family. I think that was really the only thing that I cared for. And then New Year's Eve was chill. Usually we stay in. Me and my family, we stay in for New Year's Eve. But I probably would have been like, nah, like one of these years go hang out with either Four Souls or maybe some other friends or something. I don't know, but what else? And then yeah, January and February just regular old months. So This pandemic, it's had like its ups and downs. I'm like, it's been chilled, but at the same time, I'm like, why? Like everything, just chill out for a second, all right? So I'm hoping this year is chilled. If not, then I just guess I'm gonna have to prepare myself for another crazy and wild year. But anyways, and that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching, hopefully, or listening, however you viewed this. Appreciate y'all. To all my new quarantine fans, I know a lot of you guys have subscribed to me throughout this quarantine, so I appreciate y'all for that. Showing love, showing support. Subscribe to my other YouTube channels. I got 31 other YouTube. I got 31 YouTube channels, including the channel for my podcast where I'm posting the older episodes. So yeah, go check that out. What other things can I promote and talk on? Oh, follow me on Twitch. Follow me on Twitch, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, all by just searching up TMossBoss, and my information and things should pop up. Oh yeah, and like my Facebook page, TMossBoss. What other things can I promote? Yeah, until next time, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening, and peace.